Hey guys, so you guys know that what I do here is try and bring positivity and help others that really need it, especially those who are struggling with cancer. I try to put content out there that can help them. Today is going to be a little bit different. Originally, I wanted to make a video about being more careful about what you say to people. I know when you're like 5 years old, your parents always tell you talk to people the way you want to be talked to, or treat people the way you want to be treated, and all this and all that. And you grow up trying to learn that, and obviously when you get older, a lot of people never learned how to do that. There's a lot of ignorance in the world, then there's nothing we can do to really educate those ignorant people. Some people are gonna just think whatever they want. And so yeah, originally I was gonna make a video, on how everybody goes through something, and you never really know. Like, you could be thinking you're going through the worst, which obviously everything I've been through, I know I've been through hell and back. I have the scars to prove it, but that doesn't mean that my struggles are any harder than anybody else's struggles. Like depression, there's a lot of people in the world that deal with anxiety and depression, and that to them is the worst thing they've been through. So of course it's hard for them. Even though they haven't been through what you've been through, doesn't mean what they go through isn't still hard. So originally that is what I was going to talk about, but today I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant. So I'm just going to start by, I guess, telling you what exactly happened. If you are friends with me on Facebook or anything like that, I've recently set up a GoFundMe account. If you don't know what that is, a GoFundMe account is an account where you can set up a thing where people can basically donate money for a cause, like really for anything. This is made mostly for people who really need it. And I've been dealing with cancer for 2 years now. 2 years of my life, from age 19 to 21, I've been dealing with trying to survive and get through cancer and cancer treatment, everything like that. And not just me and my family, me and my husband, and everyone else with that. Well, I finally decided to set up a GoFundMe account. Like, I could have done it 2 years ago, but no, I'm just now setting it up after I'm done with treatment. And if you've seen my other videos where I've went to the Bahamas and I've gone on a few trips, well, some people, which, I mean, everybody has their own thoughts and what they want to think of this and that, like, I don't blame you, think that I'm setting this account up for travel expenses, as in like vacation. So I just wanted to clear it up for anyone out there who thinks that I made this GoFundMe account to go on vacations. It just confuses me. I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to go on vacations. I didn't know that me having cancer and doing a bone marrow transplant and chemotherapy 1,000,000 times and radiation, that it would be wrong for me to go on vacation. So I just thought maybe I would clear it up for anybody out there who was kind of wondering what was going on. So this has been a hard week. And I'm so upset right now, and I've had time. This is all without the whole week been going on, so I've had time to cool down a little bit before filming this, but it's so hard to stay like even-tempered right now. So my husband left. He's in the Marine Corps. He's been gone for a week now. He's gonna be gone for another month or two. And I've been getting some of the worst things I've ever heard. I have literally had people call me, or send messages or post statuses saying people would have a field day knowing that the Marine Corps paid for your treatments and that's the only reason you're alive today, or that I should have died. Okay, I am obviously grateful that my husband is an active duty Marine, and that him being that and doing so, I have been getting help with bills because of the Marine Corps' healthcare. It's not that hard like when life matters to you, to find the means to do what you need to do to get treatment. So I think even without the Marine Corps' help, I would still be alive here today. Another thing is why I'm bringing attention to this GoFundMe account. I had somebody go on Facebook and write about me, not even like to me or like privately to me, but in a status so everybody could see, and I didn't even know about it until I had somebody come to me and tell me. And just so you know, I'm not making it up, I'm just gonna read it to you. I'm gonna leave the name out of it because it's really not that important, but let me read it to you so I can tell you kind of why I'm going on this rant today. All right, so this person posted, "Forgive me for being rude, but I'm a little irked after seeing a GoFundMe account that was recently set up." This is like the day of or the day after I set it up. "I don't understand how someone can post tons of pictures or even videos of their very expensive summer vacations," with an S, "and then set up a GoFundMe site. Really, really, really? Am I wrong here?" And then it goes on to have lots of comments and likes and so on and so forth. So I just wanted to make this clear to anybody else who is wondering the same thing. The very, very expensive vacation I went on just recently, the cruise that me and my husband went on, we didn't even go on it alone. My aunt and my uncle and my cousin went with us, who actually also paid for our cruise. Now, I don't think it's anyone's business in the world how I'm having my vacations paid for and this and that. Honestly, it's embarrassing to let anybody know that I can't afford my own vacation, but just wanted to clear it up. I didn't pay for it, my aunt paid for it. And just the fact that people are so ignorant, and if it's really that much of your business and you're really that much concerned with me and my life, then you can always come to me and ask me if it's really like that much weighing on your mind. And you know, the GoFundMe account, which if you want to go and read what it's for, I'm going to put the link in the description for it. My husband is getting out of the Marine Corps in 2 months. 2 months. And if you don't know this already from watching my vlogs, I have to drive 3 hours one way to go to Durham. Duke is where I go to see all my oncologists, get anything that I need, even for checkups. And so that makes it a 6-hour trip in one day. Sometimes we have to get hotels. And if we move to our home of record, which is in Florida, that's going to be a 12-hour trip one way. So I made the account for the future. I'm hoping to have money that I can save up and keep there until I need it, whether it be for appointment costs, my travel costs to go to my oncologist, and even like this isn't even specified in it at all, but I'm just gonna say it now in case there's any more questions, even though it's not even something that I ever wanted to share with the public. But like, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I can't even say this without crying. I'm 21 years old. I don't even know if I'm 21 years old, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to have kids. And maybe one day I want to have kids. I won't be able to have my own, but they told me I can do the option of using somebody else's eggs and carrying that baby. With that not being hard enough already, that's very expensive. So maybe my cancer doesn't come back, and maybe the cost of travel and lodging and appointments and treatment or anything I need will not be that expensive. Let's just hope for all that to be true. Then maybe one day this GoFundMe account money can be used so that I can have a child. I can, use somebody else's eggs or get a donor or something. I'm sorry that if what I have been through in my life already wasn't bad enough, that setting up a GoFundMe account was such a bad idea. I'm sorry that it bothers so many people. I never made this video for people to feel sorry for me or anything like that. This was solely for a rant because I'm just so upset with how people can just be so rude and so ignorant to everything else in the world. And I just think that as adults, we should know better, and we should try harder to be better to those, especially better to those who have been through some horrible things. And if you know they've been through horrible things, then you should know even better not to say such ignorant stuff. So if I can just sum this video up for you in a few short words, my GoFundMe account is set up for me, for my future expenses with all of my cancer stuff. And if you have or have had cancer, then you should know how important checkups are, how important PET scans are, CAT scans are, lab work. And say I move and I get an oncologist there, when you've had something as serious as a bone marrow transplant or radiation or anything like that, you can't just go and pick different oncologists. You have to stay and stick with the same ones that you've had, the ones that know you and know your body. And things like that are expensive. So again, this account is set up for me, I pray to God that my cancer does not come back. And if it happens to come back, then this money will go straight towards that treatment. If not, it will go towards my hospital stays, if I have any, all of my appointments, all of my travel costs to my appointments. And like I broke down and told you, which I really was not wanting to ever tell anybody, and I'm sure my husband would appreciate it too, was in the future, if we decide to have children, to help make that possible, to help us pay for a donor. And no, this money is not used for a vacation. If that was the point of it, I'm pretty sure I would have set it up 2 years ago, or I would have set it up before my vacation. And if you struggle, or you know what it's like to not have money or anything like that, you know how hard it is to ask people, especially strangers, for money. You never want to feel like you're begging for money. This is the last thing I wanted to do. That's why it took me so long to set up an account. For God's sakes, if you didn't know, I live with my parents. Me and my husband live with my parents. So yeah, I'm balling and I'm using all this money to go on vacation, but I don't have my own place. Yeah, but no, actually I work every day. Today is my day off. I am up every morning at 5 in the morning to go to work, and I have the worst job in the world. So I think I'm done for this rant. I can't deal with the negativity in the world. I've had enough of it. So I hope this can clear it up for you. And hopefully I won't ever have to make a video like this ever again, because this is the worst thing I've ever had to do. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.